Once again, it's another beautiful Friday, and today we have singer, songwriter, mother, born and raised in Lesotho. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Maleh in the building. How you doing, my love?
I'm very well. Thank you so much.
Nah, man, it's a pleasure to have you here. Here, I can't. But I think you're struggling having your headphones there.
Sorry.
It's the hairstyle, eh? It's the hairstyle, all right.
It's all up in my business.
Okay, cool. No problem. Let me just adjust that for you. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm sure Robs can help. All right. Obviously, since last week, we met last week on the show that you're performing at, and that was a lovely performance, by the way.
Thank you. It was actually so much fun to also be able to share some of the new music with the audience there. So that was great.
Also, that was new music.
Yes.
Oh man, that was lovely, man. And obviously, later on, we're gonna have a young performance from you, and hopefully, it's the unreleased music.
Absolutely.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it released? What I just listened to.
No, it's actually coming out 25th of February. So just in a couple of days, we'll be
Ooh.
finally.
So we're
releasing.
getting an exclusive right here on Bogut.
Yes, absolutely.
Ah, that's amazing, man. Oh, man, thank you so much. Eh?
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, man. So obviously, you go, but I know exactly you, and obviously, there for those people who don't know who you are, just tell us a little bit more about your music journey.
So yeah, I started quite early doing the music on a professional level. I was in high school, ditching classes.
Just like the rest of us. Okay.
Sitting at the back of the class writing songs. I was very fortunate to start with a group called Kaya, based in the Free State. And we really had a good run with the album that we had released around 2005.
Okay.
We actually won
It's
best.
15 years, so you've been in the
best-
game for 15 years.
I've been 18 years. I'm actually mentioning that in 2005 we won an award, best newcomer for the Metro FM Awards.
Oh, that's
Yeah, so-
brilliant.
yeah,
For which
so
song? Or which category was it?
Best newcomer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. So I think it's been up to 18 years. It's almost 2 decades now.
Wow.
on
So
the hustle and in the game.
Is it? So what made you go into music? When did you start? When you were a kid? Did you start at church like most people?
I think I've just intrinsically always known that song and music is my love and my first love and my first passion. And I obviously come from also a background of a Christian family that also had that church music.
I knew it.
influence.
I knew you.
has to.
Everyone starts in the church. I
That is
knew
the
it.
foundation.
Yes, I know. That's brilliant. So obviously
sir.
you were in the choir, I'm guessing.
Of course. I did all the arts and cultural activities at school. It was always a very natural place for me to go. So very early on, I knew that this is the path that I would follow.
Oh, that's brilliant, man.
Yeah.
And so obviously, when was this? Like, obviously, when you were a kid, how old were you when you discovered like you want to do music, like literally go professional?
I would remember a moment when I was 8 years old, holding a hairbrush, watching Mariah Carey sing. "Dream lover,
Okay.
come rescue
Okay.
me." I think that's a moment that I never forget, when I knew that I knew
That you definitely
that I'm
music
going
is
to
meant for
become
you.
a singer. Yeah, so
Wow.
that's a moment. Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. So obviously, in 2005, you mentioned you won an award, and a little birdie told me that you studied also cinematography as well.
Yeah.
Was that before or after the music?
It was kind of right in the middle of the progress of the band, which was rather unfortunate because then I had to take a year off of varsity to pursue the album that we won this award for.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was
Hey,
a
you're
conflict.
following your dream, eh?
It was a conflicting time because it got to a place where I had to choose between completing my degree and obviously then pursuing the dreams and the visions of the band. And unfortunately, I did have to end up leaving the band, and I went back to complete my film degree. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing, man.
Yeah, it was a sad and difficult time having to make that choice.
But you know what? I love that you got the two merged together, the music and the cinematography,
Yeah.
because you're still in the arts, which is a good thing.
Absolutely. I think one of the reasons I went to film school was because of the fact that I knew that when I become a singer, I want to be very informed, have good knowledge on what it would take to really achieve the kind of visuals that I would want to represent the brand that I would one day become. Yeah, so
That's
I think
amazing, eh?
it was always kind of like informed decisions I was taking with the studying as well.
Oh man, that's great, man.
Yeah.
So obviously you grew up in Lesotho. How was it there?
Lesotho's a beautiful country.
It is, eh? I haven't
Yeah.
been there myself, but I definitely would love
I'll
to
have
go
you
there.
over.
I hear good stories of.
Yeah, absolutely. It's beautiful. The countryside is amazing. And the people are amazing, very humble people.
Is it? Nah, that's really good to hear. Hey,
Yes.
obviously. So after the award, how was life? Obviously, that's when you became a celebrity, if I'm guessing. So what? It's Metro FM. What?
You know, I wouldn't say after those awards was when the celebrity status might have hit. Though I have never considered myself a celebrity, but just definitely in terms of being known nationwide, I would say it was with the release of the track that I did with DJ Cunis, and that came a year after this award was given, a year after I had now graduated from varsity, and I was doing behind the scenes work in film. Rather in festival productions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's really the work that I went into right after varsity. Yeah, I just wanted to get a behind the scenes look at what the music industry looked like.
Oh,
what the
okay, before you
entertainment
dive
industry
into
looked
it.
at. Yeah. So that particular track, Uzungilinda, came out around that time, 2007, I would say it was.
I think it was around that time.
Yeah. So I think that's the first time I could say people really recognized my voice, really knew about this artist called MALEH.
Wow.
Yeah.
So obviously after that, you worked with a few more artists, DJ Kanyani, DJ Kent.
Yeah. Straight after.
That music was brilliant, man.
Straight after Ozonglinda, Kent gave me a call and we went into studio
What?
together. Yeah.
How did you feel when Kent, like this is DJ Kent giving you a call? Did you look at it and say, "Yo, who's this?"
No,
did you say that?
No, it was obviously a very exciting time. He also was just really at the peak of his career.
Yeah, definitely. Those were the times.
Yeah, so it was quite beautifully aligned. The fact that straight after Zonglinda, this particular song came about, and it's been rocking since. It's been one of those tracks that just kind of has not died out.
No, that
over the
track
years.
doesn't die out. It does not die out at all, man. I actually played on one of my gigs when I go out and play, and I was like, "Yo, man, this track, man, it's not going away."
Yeah, it's
you know,
it's a good response.
and people love that track. Every time I
Yeah.
just get in there, it's like, wow, it's like
Yeah.
wow, you know.
Yeah.
So obviously, you worked with all these people. We got the album coming out. Is there any collabos on this coming project that you have?
Yeah, I worked with, first of all, let me mention my producer, Goldsmith. He's Nigerian, really, really brought in a beautiful West African sound and this beautiful fusion of the West African and Southern African, melodies and sounds, which really for me is what makes it quite the colorful album that it is.
Okay.
I featured an artist as well from Nigeria. His name is Smell Money. It's on a track titled Demgose. I hope.
Ah, man, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I hope I'll be sampling it to you guys very soon, but I do believe I'll be performing it later today. And also worked with a producer by the name of Sabelo Mjali. He did a track called Wishes. So it's been like, the past 2-3 years. Obviously, then we were in lockdown. And that was really the time where a lot of the music was produced. Yeah.
Ah, that's amazing, hey. Just to talk a little bit about the album, the forthcoming album. You at the other interview at at Leb's Saxon Friends when we're shooting, you mentioned something about your albums about womanhood, self-discovery, self-love. What inspired that?
I mostly definitely always write from a place of personal experience. I find that it's a very exciting time for me as a woman going into this project as an independent artist, being able to really have the power to say I own the rights to this music 100%, and I own and can really direct my vision completely, and without really being in a position where I have to get permission from anybody else. I think that space and place of empowerment is what also very much inspired a lot of the songs in this album. Um, I think I speak to women when I created some of the songs on this project. I think I speak to women to really inspire them to rise up and do it for themselves.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and it's
Really
really
amazing.
one of the things that I've been experiencing in the past couple of years.
Oh, that's brilliant. Hey, are you signed to a record label or it's independent?
Yeah, as I was mentioning, it is independent.
I know. I just had to get that clear because you
yes.
didn't. It wasn't really clear,
Yeah.
like But
No,
wow, that's
the record
amazing.
label
eh?
is called Psalms Productions. And I think after, like I say, 18 years in the industry, it's great to be able to say I own this product, and I will run and really drive this ship.
Ah, that's great. Hey,
Yeah.
so obviously, you are a wife and a mother, and you've got the record label going. You got the cinematography side of things. How does that? How do you put everything together? How do you get it together? How does your children? They're like, yo, my mother is. How does your children see you on TV? And it's like, yo, that's my mom.
I think my children are very unfazed by the work that I do, and I think also the
Because they see you every day.
they're perhaps a little bit too young. I mean, my daughter the other day was saying, "Mama, please, can you sing inside? Can you sing inside?" I'm watching TV. Please sing inside.
Oh my god!
And
Oh
I was
my
like,
god!
no, I'm busy rehearsing.
Yes, exactly.
So
Uh-huh.
it's very interesting being a mom, being a wife, and then still pursuing this dream in the same way that I've just been doing it over the years. I think it's very important that my children also see me pursue my dreams and get to that place that I envision myself getting to as an artist. Getting my career to the level that I really want it to be. It's a matter of an alignment for me.
Yes, exactly.
I've really made my spiritual walk the center as well of my journey, because then I think, when you know your creator, you know your maker, you know your savior, then things really fall into place in a way that you can handle. It doesn't become too overwhelming. Yeah, so it's been great. It's been
Is it?
it's been an interesting
Wow.
journey balancing this world that I've been in on my own for a very long time, and now having to balance it with family.
Oh, that's brilliant. Hey,
Yeah.
are we expecting any tour?
Absolutely. I've just signed a contract with an agency called U-Tour Limited. They're based in the UK. We have plans for a tour in the summer, that side. So that's going to be very exciting. Definitely doing a lot of listening sessions throughout the country, and a lot of, obviously, then radio. You guys are one of the first.
We are absolutely, we do feel treasured, man. We really do, hey. And I'm glad the album speaks to the women, and it is obviously women empowerment and everything. That's really great. Hey, God bless you on that one for making just thinking about other people, because it's not just about the music, and it's about coming together, So okay. So what advice would you give, like a young woman who's still trying to figure out herself, and they are just out there?
Yeah. I think one of the things that when I look back at the choices I made as a young woman, I recognize that I might have been rather impatient with myself with regards to getting to the places that I am still making my way to.
Oh, okay.
I also feel like one of the things I'd say to the young version of myself is do not seek so much validation from others. I think it's so important that we get to a place, as young people, get to that place where you truly, fully understand your purpose and you go for it with everything that you have.
Yes.
And go for it
That's true.
patiently, knowing that as it unfolds, you yourself get to better understand who you are and the strengths that you have. So don't be seeking and don't be competing. Don't be
That's true,
seeking
man.
validation. Don't be competing with others. Walk your path, and
Yeah,
take your time with
just
it.
be yourself. No, man, thank you for coming through. Not to take too much of your time, because you're gonna have to go perform upstairs, and we're gonna be live on YouTube as well. For everybody who's listening, they can log in, and obviously, just to close off, the music is gonna be on all digital platforms, right?
Yes. I think people can follow me on @MALEH_music just to get full details on where you can get the music, but it definitely is on all digital platforms. Releasing on the 25th of February, this month. Finally, the date is clear. It is set. I think I've been announcing this release for the past year, and people are just not believing
No,
me
we can't
anymore.
wait, man. We can't wait, man. But thank
Yeah.
you for coming through here. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
you.
This is Bogart Radio, and MALEH is going upstairs to perform live.
Every morning.
Check your systems are offline. Number one for today's hit.